we're talking about structure and content.
Right.
And we're contrasting it with the Advaita view, where the structure and content is caused by the Maya.
Yeah, it is superimposition.
It's a superimposition, and it is false. It is illusionary, and the truth is to get rid of the Maya and see the reality, and that reality doesn't have content and structure.
Yeah, not only see the reality, but you become one.
You become one.
Because there is nothing else.
I was originally trained and raised in the Advaita system.
Mm-hmm.
But then I discovered many other ways of understanding which were not Advaita.
Right.
So I want to ask you this question. Sri Aurobindo's view is that the ultimate, the absolute Tattva includes in potential all the content. All the content, context, space, time, Nam, Roop, everything in potential is there, and then it manifests into the world as we see it.
Right.
So the wave and the ocean, the wave is a form of the ocean, doesn't mean that the wave doesn't exist. The wave is also real.
Right.
But it cannot, what is false is to think that it exists as a thing by itself.
Right.
To not see the ocean and you only see the wave because that is all you can see on the surface and say this, what I'm seeing is all there is, this is the truth, that is what is an illusion. But to know the wave as a form of the ocean and to see both there is an ocean and then there's a wave to it is in fact a better insight. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree, except that Jiva Goswami goes a little step beyond that.
Okay.
Because in this, the problem which comes is that means all the imperfections of the waves, they also exist in the Tattva.
Okay.
They become part of Tattva.
Okay.
So now no one will accept that because we say that Tattva is amalam. It is free from any defects, free from modification. This is one big problem. Actually, why Advaitavāda Śaṅkarācārya says that world is false is because the ultimate reality cannot have modifications.
Right.
Even we jivas, we don't get modified. Avikaryoyam acintyoyam. Krishna says that it is avikari. So this now the sansara is having a vikar in it.
Right.
So if this is exactly one part of that, then how we are going to distinguish this?
So you have to figure out, even though the wave is real, how to handle the
imperfection.
The imperfection.
This should not reflect in that absolute reality.
Yes. So what is his answer?
So therefore, Advaitavāda had a very simple way of doing it.
You could put Maya.
Then this is actually
everything you blame on Maya.
It doesn't really exist.
Right. So we don't have to worry about it.
So you don't have to worry. And others have dealt in different ways. Sri Ramanujacharya says that it is qualified monism. That it is a quality, and he calls this sharir shariri bhav. It's like we have body and there is a shariri inside, the Atma. So the imperfections of the body do not reflect into Atma, but the sharir cannot exist without the Atma, so it depends on that.
Right.
This is his way of saying. Jiva Goswami comes with this idea of Acintya-bhed-ābheda, which is a very beautiful idea.
Acintya-bhed-ābheda. Yes.
So he says that absolute reality, first of all, you must understand that absolute reality is Acintya.
Inconceivable.
Now, inconceivable should not be misunderstood that we cannot understand it.
Okay.
People think just because it's Acintya, I cannot know. Acintya, he says that Acintyam nam Tarka-asaham, that it is beyond logic.
Okay.
If you want to understand the absolute reality simply by logic, then you will have some problem somewhere or the other.
Right.
Because obviously it must be above logic.
Right.
If it is absolute reality, because logic is a product of mind.
Right.
And you can give one logic, I can counter that with another logic, then you can come with another logic.
Yes.
I studied Nyaya. Nyaya is full of all that.
Yeah.
One after another, and there is no end. There is no perfect logic.
Right.
So therefore there is a Vedanta Sutra which says Tarka-apratisthanat. That Tarka does not have pratishtha, means it does not have the ultimate stand. Somebody with a better and finer, thinking mind can counter it. So therefore our praman is not Tarka, but praman is Shabda.
Yeah.
So therefore Acintya also means shastraika gamyam, that which can only be known by shastra, not by Tarka. But that does not mean that absolute reality is completely illogical. So there is things which you can say is illogical, things which are logical, and things which
Paralogical.
are supralogical.
Supralogical, yeah.
So this is Acintya, what he means.
Okay.
And that supralogical includes the logical in it.
Yes. Yes. Fine.
So this logical part is also there, but it has a limit. And above that, you should not then become adamant that it must also be logic. But
Right.
there must be something which you go beyond that.
Right. So how do you explain the imperfections using this?
So therefore he says that this, he makes that absolute reality has got three types of energies. There is an intrinsic potency, antaranga shakti.
Which is permanent.
Yeah, all energies are
Or-
permanent.
okay.
Yeah. And then there is the tatastha shakti, which is intermediary. And then there is external shakti, bahiranga.
Okay.
So this material world is made of bahiranga shakti.
Okay.
Now, because it is shakti, energy, potency, and he is the potent one, so this shakti is not independent of that.
Correct.
So when we say that something is Bheda, Bheda means just like this table and this chair, there is a difference between them. Why? Because this chair can exist without table.
And vice versa.
Yeah. The existence of the chair does not depend on the existence of the table.
Right.
But this material world cannot exist without the Supreme Tattva.
Right.
Therefore, it is not Bheda in that sense.
Right.
So it is Abheda in that.
Okay.
Because this cannot exist. But at the same time, there is also Bheda.
Right.
Because what happens in this does not reflect in him.
Right.
So that's why Bheda and Abheda both exist. So he says, he spends a lot of time to explain that God, Bhagavan or Tattva has contradictory potencies in him.
Very important point.
Yeah.
Very
So
important.
he says Virodha Shakti.
So these are potentials.
Yeah.
They have not been realized until they are realized as Prakriti. Prakriti is sort of the realization
Right.
of these potentials,
Yes.
right? So it also means that this Sankhya dualism, Purush, Prakriti gets reconciled.
Right.
Am I right? That they are not two ultimate truths. There is one
Actually,
Tattva.
everything gets reconciled in this Acintya-bhedābheda.
So
Very
the
nice.
one Tattva includes all the forms, all the content structures as potentialities, including all the contradictions.
Right.
Including all the contradictions.
Including all the contradictions.
So whatever emanates out of it will, as it scatters and emanates more and more, it looks more and more like the world to us.
Right.
And it looks like this is contradicting that and this is separate from that.
But in him there is no contradiction. He is the one personality in which all contradictions get harmonized.
So it's like a person who's got many facets, infinite facets, infinite potentialities.
Yes.
And from Raji's point of view, all of that is harmonized.
Yeah, because
You may think that I have all these
you
contradictions.
say you may be acting in one way with one person,
Yeah.
and maybe very cruel way,
Yeah.
and with another person you are having very love.
But I have a reason for it.
Yeah, you have a reason,
Yeah.
and so you
for
don't.
me, there's no
So
contradiction.
these two people may think that you are behaving very contradictory,
Right.
but in you don't have that contradiction.
Because they have the external view of me.
Right.
And mine is an internal
So
view.
therefore, in God, in Bhagavan, in Krishna, there is no contradiction.
Right. Right.
This contradiction is from our point of view,
Right. Right.
but not from their point of view. So we can see the reality from two angles.
Right.
We can see it from our point of view and we can see from the absolute point of view.
Right.
So when we see from absolute point of view, there is only oneness.
Right.
Vasudeva sarvam iti sa mahatma sudarlabha.
So you also have non-duality.
Right.
It is not a dualistic system.
No, it is
a
not.
dualistic
No, it
system.
is not a dualistic.
And so this is a kind of Advait, but a different kind of Advait.
Right.
It is not the Shankara Advait.
No, it is not Shankara.
Shankara Advait. It is an Advait which says the oneness includes the manyness.
Right.
The manyness is included as oneness, potential of the oneness, and therefore when it manifests, it is not some illusion, it is the reality, right?
Right.
But you have to see the waves as a manifestation of the ocean. As long as you are seeing the ocean, when you are seeing the waves, you are okay.
Right. So therefore he says that the other part of manifestation of Bhagavan,
Yeah,
which is the spiritual world,
right.
that is all made of his intrinsic potency. And modifications don't apply there. That is beyond the three gunas of nature. So we have all the three gunas this side. This is the bahiranga shakti. This is the material creation. And then there is a spiritual region where God personally lives.